y'all. We are kicking it with Kay at the first ever Essence Beauty Carnival with good vibes, fashion, and music.
Ciara! Come on, y'all. Let's bring her out. Essence, welcome. Let's go. Yes, sis. Woo! Yes. I love it. Ciara's here, y'all. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, so we are gonna sit and chat a little.
Yeah.
Like your go-to outfits, because we see you on the red carpet, right? But we also see you social media, being a mom and a wife and that sort of thing. What do you wear on like a weekend when you're hanging?
Something that's like a little tough in it. I'm not really the prissy. I'm cool with myself and who I am at the core with none of that stuff. And so I had to work on that. And I feel like I'm in a really good place, you know, with understanding that and really loving myself for who I truly am.
I love it. Yeah. We love you for it. Yes.
That's real.
Well, you hinted at kind of taking care of your hair and working on that. Can you give us some of those tips and tricks?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to drop the prayer, the husband prayer, then I think that maybe you should drop us at least some hair tips.
Oh, okay. So funny. You know, with hair, honestly, I will say this. When you apply extensions the right way, it actually is great for your hair. For me, being an entertainer, I cannot put heat on my hair every day. Like, I have to do tons of photo shoots and shows. And I've just realized that the more I protect my hair, the more that it grows. And so that's kind of been my secret over the years is, you know, having my extensions, covering my hair up as much as I can so that my hair can have room to breathe, room to grow. Sometimes I go too long with like covering up my hair. My hairstylist is like, you need to make sure you're stimulating your scalp, make sure you're brushing your hair, make sure you're actually touching it because it needs that stimulation to grow. And also keeping your ends trimmed. That's really important too. So I started to learn the importance of hair care and, you know, understanding what I need to do to maintain my real hair. And so, yeah, it's funny. I have a fun video I just taped last night that I want to post where it's my hair. I'm going to show my hair grow, so I'm excited about that.
Teaser, y'all.
I've been working hard, y'all. We're working real hard.
You gotta go follow Ciara real quick if you want to see that video.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
Thank you so much, Ciara. Everyone, give it up for Ciara.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go.
I really can't do it.
One of a kind, and I'm the artist. Me. Green cape is beautiful, isn't it?
I love it when you every day, and it what? And it won't. Make sure you get it. I love you.
My name is Annie with Natural Annie Essentials with good vibes, fashion, and music.
Iman to the stage. Are you strapping it low, Iman? Yeah. I want you to talk a little bit about your journey to this place of being a supermodel and an entrepreneur. How did you get your start? Like, how did the world get introduced to Iman?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna condense it, because it's a very long story. But I left, my father was an ambassador in Middle East for years, and Somalia, my country, had a coup, a military coup, so we all came back. And my mom was worried for my father's safety because there were a lot of people being, put in jail or executed and so forth. So they decided that we would leave the country, so we became overnight from ambassadors' children to refugees. And I was in Kenya, and I was attending the Nairobi University. I was majoring in political science, when a photographer one day stopped me in the street and asked me if I have ever been photographed. And I thought he was trying to pick me up. And the other thing was that I thought, all these white people think that Africans have never seen a camera before. And I said, yes, I have. And he said, who? And I said, my parents. He said, no, professionally. I had no idea what he was talking about. Needless to say, I was doing 5 jobs. I was waitressing, I speak 5 languages, so I was translating all the brochures at the Ministry of Tourism, and going at the same time going to the university, but I really couldn't come up with my tuition. So he said the key word, I'll pay you. And I said, okay.
I'll pay you. Yeah, yes. Get your point.
Exactly, get the receipts.
Receipts. Those type of receipts.
So needless to say, I posed for him, and he paid me. He paid my tuition.
1975.
Yes, and so my first job in America was for American Vogue on my third day in New York.
I mean, literally, your third day in the United States.
Yes, and now mind you, I've never worn heels in my life, never worn makeup in my life, never seen a fashion magazine in my life, never knew there was an industry called modeling before. So I learned on the job, so to speak.
We talked a little bit about kind of the struggles of becoming a black model in the United States, because you were saying like that wasn't even a thing in your country. So tell us a little bit about that and what the transition was like to come to a country where now your skin color is truly a descriptor.
Yes, to me it was really very, I have to say to you, it was like a cultural shock the first time I heard being described, oh, the black model. And I was like, I've never heard my name or myself being described as black. I come from a black country, so nobody has ever had that description about ourselves. We were Somalis. You know, you're Somali, you're Ethiopian, you're Kenyan, but nobody said black. This was the first time I was introduced that. But my third day, as I said, I was working for Vogue, and the other model was a white model, and so the makeup artist asked me specifically if I brought my own foundations. I was clueless of what he was talking about, so I said no, and I saw him proceed mix and match products and applied it to my face. And when I looked at myself in the mirror, I didn't look brown anymore. I looked gray. And so what saved me and what saved my career basically was that the photographs were actually shot in black and white. Black and white photography hide multitude of sins. So that was my saving grace.
Get those black and white filters together.
Yeah. It's kind of a filter. But it wasn't lost on me that something was amiss and I needed to be ahead of it. You have to understand in our industry, in fashion industry and beauty industry, my currency is my image. So, especially as a black model, if your first pictures don't look good, it's like next out. So I wanted to be ahead of it and make sure that I had at least a chance. So I went out in the marketplace and bought some foundations and mixed and matched. And this is how old it was. This is 1975. I had a Polaroid camera. So I'll put the foundation on and I'll take a picture, a selfie.
A selfie with a Polaroid camera.
The Polaroid camera, and look at it. Why was I doing that? Because I wanted actually to see how the foundation would translate into photography. So hence I became really kind of early on an expert in foundations.
Absolutely, and you know, now we...
You have, it is the product. At the end of the day, is the nuances of it. That is under formulation.
Do you have the undertones right? Have you thought about this?
It's
not just adding more range and like
exactly.
It's actually having product that works.
It's not a Pantone, you know. We're talking about a race. And the other thing that's very important, it's that I've always said, you know, the future of beauty is in diversity. It's in diversity.
The world is browning.
Exactly. But more important also, we have the clout. We have the business, we have the intelligence. We have now ways to check everything. We're not falling for whatever we are given. And at the end of the day, you don't have to buy anybody's product unless you really want to, and it's catered to you and it addresses your issues. That's what you want in a product. Doesn't matter who's on it, what the name of the brand is, but that it's true to you and what you want. For Iman Cosmetics, it has always been, my philosophy has been authenticity, longevity, and relevancy. That's what it stands for, and that's what it still stands for 25 years later.
Amen. Clap that up, y'all. That's amazing. And you know, we have a whole marketplace full of, Black-owned companies. I know that there are some entrepreneurs out here, I'm sure. Holler if you hear me. So what advice would you give these, people out there that are striving to be, an entrepreneur like you and are feeling the pressure of finding the seat at the table because of their skin tone and the community that they're speaking to with
Yes, the idea itself, it's sometimes threatening, right? The seat of the table, at the seat of the table, I'm telling you, I am fine in eating alone. You know, you don't
That
have
is a word. Did y'all tweet that? Did you get it down?
and you don't have to
alone.
Yes, you don't have to compromise to be invited at the seat of the table. You can buy your own table. You know, we don't have to be. You don't have to be at the mercy of anybody. If you are a young entrepreneur, especially in beauty or in fashion for that matter, the big boys, which is the department stores and the retail stores, really are not doing that well. So you don't even want to be there, right? Because what they have is this: they cater to the big companies, from the Estee Lauders, the Max, and you know, the L'Oreal, but they cater to that. But they'll have a revolving door for a new brand. They'll bring you in to make hip for them for a second, and you're out in the revolving door. You know, so don't play that game. Find your tribe. You know, find your tribe. It's out there. Find and do your business. You really have to find out what it is that you want to do. What's your point of difference? It is that what's already in the marketplace, because you don't want to say, oh, I wanted to be next Iman. Well, I'm still here, so you want to do the next.
Don't come for her unless she sends for you, and she's not sending for you.
Look up to Rihanna. She is the young generation. You know, everybody needs to really, when you're going up this ladder of success or the elevator of success, make sure you bring the elevator down to take some people away up and also. Do you know what I mean? But if you are a young entrepreneur, fine, do your homework. You've got to really do your homework, because you can lose your shirt in beauty. You know, it is a bottomless pit. You can lose your money. But find your head and start small. Really start small, you know, because there is something to be said. If you're very successful too fast, you're going to crash too fast. So steady does it, longevity does it, but do you and be you.
Love it. She's like on Instagram, you should, because it is like a whole thread of inspiration. You put up quotes, you put up throwback pictures. It's so amazing. But what pushes you and inspires you every day, since you inspire the world?
You know, I'm 64 years old.
Black don't crack. Say it again, black don't crack. But also, like, my God, you're a vampire.
I have good genes. Thank God to mom and dad.
I know, I was like, before when we were backstage, I was like, what do you use on your face? What's going on? She's like, it's genetics. I'm like, so you've just crushed my heart and soul, so I'll never look like you. But we still need your tips and tricks.
Yes. No, I'm really serious. If you are in your 20s, I would say to you, invest in skincare. And just because you're black, do not overlook the SPF. Trust me.
SPF.
Yes, because the sun does not discriminate. So SPF. And so I would say for 20s, because the skin you take care of in your 20s is the one you're going to inherit in your 60s. Okay, so that's one. But at the same time, it's like find the right foundations and primers and bronzers and powders for yourself. Find that after you know what your skin type is, right? So it's very important that, because you know, foundation is like the holy grail. Everything else is color. It's like the holy grail. If you look great, you don't need that much color. Right? You can get away with a lot of things, but that's what I would say. And for me, really, I have to say, that's all I wear. I wear my foundations.
What drives you on a day-to-day basis? Because I feel like at 64 years old, you've kind of done it all. You've been on every single cover of magazines. You are an entrepreneur. What is next? Like, what can we expect from you next, and what's inspiring you these days?
Okay, so for me, I don't plan. I really believe I'm open to change. So for me, it's like, it'll come to me when it comes to me, right? So I'm open to change because I'm not afraid of change. And if you're young, because it's the way to evolve. Because you can't force something. You can't say, okay, I'm gonna be the next this. If it's not authentic, it's not gonna work, right? So, but what drives me, I think legacy. Because at the end of the day, at for, what do I want? I want to be remembered for something. So it's legacy. It comes to legacy. And everything I've done in terms of my career, I think creating Iman Cosmetics will be singularly what my legacy will be.
Really?
Yeah.
You truly believe that?
Yes, because
I think it is a big part of your legacy.
I think it is. No, I think it is the one because it started for the service of women of skin of color. So because it started as with service, I think it will be the one that I will be remembered for. And I hope that I will be remembered for is Iman Cosmetics.
I love that. Anything else? I mean, like, obviously,
A boy who's starting to think about, I want to be my own boss. I want to create my own company. I want to, that. So at the end of the me, legacy and success is how to aspire others to be the best that they can be.
did you have any mentors in the industry? People, we talk a lot about at Essence about our villages, right? And people who not only inspire us on a day-to-day basis, but people who are actually pushing us and saying, you're gonna be great, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna make that call. Yeah. Were there people in your life that did that for you?
Yes, lots, most of them women, and most of them women who were CEOs. Because I think if also, I will say advice to somebody young here today is that network and this is not only for young people, this is for everybody. I mean, I was a very successful fashion model and became a successful businesswoman, but I still asked for help. So ask for help because there are people who are in the industry, who are pioneers in the industry, who are maybe have been in it for a longer time, that will have the answer that you're looking for. So yes, do look, network, find your tribe. They're there for that reason, right? And collect them and ask for help. And internship, this is the other thing. I mean, I have an 18-year-old daughter, ask for it.
Exactly. And as we wrap it up, since you speak in tweets and you're so inspiring, I want you to give us like one last word to everyone here that is listening and listening beyond, because we're also live streaming, about what best advice can you impart? What was the best advice you've been given to keep going on this career, to not only thrive in the career, but you've had longevity.
Yes.
You've been at this. You didn't just have a moment and go away. You're still doing it. What can you tell us about how to make that happen for ourselves?
Yeah, it's just knowing our worth, and the companies are courting us now because they know we know our worth, and they want what we are imparting with, the money, right? So I would say definitely know your worth, and at the end of the day, diversity is not a trend. It's not a trend, And at the end of the day, the other thing also, people always thought that diversity meant, we want to be included. No, we just want to be acknowledged, right? I mean, I don't have to be at your party if you don't want me at your party. But when we're talking about business, I deserve to be part of it. So know your worth. Know your worth.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Please help me in thanking Iman. Here, as we present her with something, I'm bringing back on Moana Liu, our Chief Content and Creative Officer, who will present Iman with this amazing award.
She's been on the cover of Essence many times, but she never received this award as a trailblazer, icon, and pioneer. Iman, the Beauty Icon Awards. Please, Iman, you're such an icon.
Oh,
Thank you so much for being part of the Essence family.
I'm honored. I'm really honored. Thank you.